and welcome to the new season, 2026 version of the headline. I am your host, Larry H. Gardner. H stands for Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, well, all that good jazz. I appreciate the guest that's here today, but Human T-Rex on the ones and twos. Miss Lexis Bogan could not make it tonight. Probably hungover from the holidays. I don't know, but the thing about it is that we still got a jam-packed, highly infatuated show. First of all, we have a new mayor in New York that was sworn in. By the way, shout out to everybody from Cleveland City Council that was sworn in last night at the Cleveland City Council meeting. Shout out to Mayor Justin Bibb, who was sworn in on Sunday. Shout out to Mayor Sandra Morgan of East Cleveland that was sworn in on Sunday. And shout out to new Mayor of Woodmere, Nikisha Nickerson, that was sworn in Saturday. I actually attended hers Sunday. I wasn't going anywhere because the Browns played their last game against the Cincinnati Bengals. And shout out to the Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, setting the sack record with 23. And he is, I don't know how long that, I don't think that record is going to be broken for a very, very, very long time. Another thing, but of course, you know, as always, Black Monday goes down. Black Monday. And what Black Monday is that when head coaches get fired, the release of Pete Carroll from the Las Vegas Raiders, the notable firing of Brian Daboll from the New York Giants, well, he was already fired, a couple of the coaches. The Atlanta Falcons fired their coach and their GM after they won. So they fired both. So it was wild. So also, two notable coaches in the AFC North. First of all, the Cleveland Browns have finally let go of Kevin Stefanski. And just
chill out with that evil laugh.
Stop it. You already know what I was thinking. You already know Human T-Rex on the ones and twos. And the Baltimore Ravens, this is a surprise. After that thrilling game, it was either win the division or go home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. There was rumors swirling around whichever coach lost that game, between Mike Tomlin, the Steelers, and John Harbaugh, the Ravens. One of them probably, if not on Monday, then probably this week was going to get canned.
I don't think they was going to fire Mike.
Well,
that'd have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. But that holds true because Baltimore, off of missed field goal by Tyler Lue. By the way, Tyler Lue has been getting death threats by the Ravens fans. John Harbaugh, an hour and a half before I got here, was let go by the Baltimore Ravens. That is wild. So, axed. Speaking of axed, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Nicki Minaj has her Instagram, after 10 million followers, dropped her from following and going on Turning Point with Erica Kirk, the widow of the late Charlie Kirk, the conservative MAGA supporter who actually disrespected Nicki's music when he was alive. But she went on there and she is showing her support for President Trump and lost followers on that. And deleted her IG account. The reason why Nicki's doing this is because her brother and her 20 some odd years in prison for messing with minors. So that's either here nor there.
So what all?
Which is the podcast, conservative podcast.
Okay.
So that was about it. Speaking of bombs, on Christmas Eve, it was reported that Trump bombed ordered the attack on Venezuela, but has we're in New York facing drug charges. Now, I'm not the one to say anything, but if we took
our pay grade, we need some political expert on this. That's crazy that they took a whole president from another country. That's crazy.
That's nuts. That is
crazy.
Now we at war with the Venezuela. There was some other stuff going on. Also, because the government has taken their funding away for free broadcasting, so they voted themselves to be some of you MAGA people are about to get on my nerves with all this take away free speech. Yeah, it will be a fight. Official in office, and no way to start off the new year with my next guest right here. So my breath with this interview right about now. I told y'all I was going to start out the new year right. And the thing about it is, what better way to start a new year right but one of my favorite. I'm going to say it again, Miss Maddie. I'm going to say it one more time, Miss Maddie Turner. But
so, I had planned to make it home to change, but that didn't happen. So, y'all. Larry.
I ain't about to mess this up.
He will bash all your words.
I'm not. You
gonna have a red storm down
I
there.
am not. Y'all deep. Because every time that I see you guys, y'all are how about that action.
Let me tell you how about that action we are. You know what did it for me?
What's that?
Our 22 founders, their first public service act. And then their first service act was to participate in the historic Women's Suffrage March down Pennsylvania Avenue. little black girls is like, yeah, we out here. We outside.
We outside.
we outside.
Ain't nobody ain't messing with y'all deltas.
Right. Across the country.
Exactly.
And not only did they want an education, but they were so forward thinking that they wanted the vote, right? They didn't just want to be somebody's wife or mother. And yes, they were working toward a career, but at that time, they may not have. Shout out to Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
Exactly.
They tried to gerrymander her out.
Right.
But, our sister running for the U.S.
To come down, I want you to. I know it's warmer in Texas than it is in Ohio, but the thing about it is, I need to talk to my girl Jasmine Crockett because I ain't know she was a Delta. I just like her spirit. Probably should have known, right?
That part.
How long have you been councilwoman in Cuyahoga County?
Oh my goodness! So you remember when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris got elected, right? And they had the forethought to appoint our Congresswoman, right, Marsha L. Fudge,
right,
to HUD secretary, right? So all of that was going down. Nina Turner
and Chantel
Brown, right? And it was going down. And then we know who was victorious, our Congresswoman Chantel Brown.
Right.
Well, that created a vacancy on the Cuyahoga County Council. So I went through an internal party process with the Cuyahoga County Democratic Party because when there's a vacancy, the Central Committee comes together to appoint the replacement. Sherrod Brown for over a decade,
right?
And I spent my formative years under Congresswoman Stephanie Tubbs Jones. So I really didn't think I was gonna win, but it was a tough year for me. I had lost my mom on January. Fudge became Secretary Fudge, and stuff started happening. I felt something happening inside of me. Maybe it was my mother and the Congresswoman up in heaven, sending some love down to me, sending encouraging, words to me that I could do this. So on November 10th of 2021, there was a middle vying for the seat. I won't name names.
Right.
But one person left, so then that left 7. And then another person failed to get nominated from the floor, and that left 6. And we had pulled numbers at the beginning of the process. I pulled in the 7th position, and I really wanted to go first because I was nervous. I really didn't. Wait, in the last position, gave my speech, and I won the 60% that I needed to get the appointment.
Congratulations, lady.
So, November 10th, 2021. That's how long I've been here. But check this out. I had to turn around and run to keep the seat.
Right.
Immediately.
Right.
I've worked on so many campaigns over the last 20 plus years. It was the first time that I was doing something for myself. So February, I had to be on the ballot. So I had to get signatures on my petitions, had to get them validated. And then there was a May primary. I had 2 challengers, and I was victorious in my first election, my primary. And then I advanced to the general election, November of 22, unopposed.
Good.
And so my first new term began January of 2023.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
I'm up for re-election already.
Already in 2026, you up for
Already.
re-election.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
so you want it. So I know that you running again.
Yes.
Okay.
It's official, y'all.
It's official. It's official. She made the official announcement on here on the headline.
I did.
Thank you. So you worked for Sharon, former Senator Sharon Brown, who's going to be running again.
Former Secretary of State of Ohio.
Right.
Former Congressman. And former chairman of the Senate and Banking Committee. We miss him there.
Very
Because you
much.
know your boy Tim Scott became the ranking
He
member.
ain't my boy. Don't put that fool on me.
That's his boy.
Tim
saw
Scott.
the text. We saw the text.
Tim Scott is Tim Scott.
Stop stuttering.
You know what Tim Scott looks like? Who he looks like?
Who? I say it. I
The
know.
dude from Fat
Fat
Albert. The dude.
That used to stutter.
Yeah, that's who he looked like for real. Like
He does.
that cartoon character.
I know that wasn't nice, but he does favor him.
He does, but that clown, and he ain't getting the Trump administration. That's what you get for.
Yeah. So
For-
Sherrod Brown, if I think if Trump is not on the ballot in 2024, Sherrod Brown wins re-election. But it was just such a MAGA year. It was such a MAGA year.
Lord
you know.
Jesus.
But we all should be wishing him well because he rested a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and Connie Schultz. We love Connie.
Right.
You know, they regrouped. They moved to Bexley, Ohio, right? So at first, everyone was thinking he was going to run for governor, right? That would have been amazing, right? Sherrod Brown
Right.
was governor because he moves to Bexley, and you know the governor's mansion is in Bexley, right? So it made sense, but. No, he has loved the work that he's done in the U.S. Senate, and he wants to go back. So, you know, John Husted got the appointment when J.D. Vance became
right.
vice president, right? Ooh, I just don't like saying the word.
It feels so dirty.
I know, right?
What?
So we have to have a special election to replace J.D. Vance. So Senator Brown.
He does anything stupid and goes behind Husted. If you do, then I'm gonna call you out on it. But back to, so you're running again. So how has it been being Cuyahoga County Councilwoman? Because you're everywhere.
I'm a few places.
No, you everywhere.
You know, I have my Hermione Granger time changer, right? Like, do you sleep? Like, no, not really. I just go back in time and then I come back. No. Let me tell you. So I would say this. I work with 10 amazing individuals on county council. So if for the listening audience out there, remember we used to have love me some Jimmy DeMore. I'm
Peter
saying it.
Lawson.
I'm saying it. Still love me some Jimmy DeMore.
Right.
Yes, and my favorite of all time, Peter Lawson Jones. But you know, some stuff went down, and you know, folk went to jail, and we voted to change our government.
Right.
So we now have an elected county executive, the executive.
So pretty much everybody is up for election in Cuyahoga
No.
County. Not everybody?
No, only the odd. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
And what about, isn't Yvonne Conwell up for re-election?
Can you explain that though? That
Yeah.
1, 3.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
7.
but-
So ward. So the county is divided into 11 districts, right? So District 1, my colleague Pat Kelly,
Okay.
who is 3? Councilman Marty Sweeney, who is 5? That's who 1, 2, 3, 4. So It's either Castleberry just got in, so Mike Gallagher, I believe, and I can pull it up too, so I'm not making up stuff.
Go ahead.
But 7 is Javon Conwell.
Right.
Right. I'm 9, and then 11 is Sonny Simon. So
Okay.
we are all up for re-election.
So Pernell Jones is what, 8?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
on the ballot last year.
All right. So
And what about
Year,
next year
Yeah, I
for
believe.
Brewer.
Well,
Okay.
see, let me just stay in the county right now.
Go ahead.
No.
Stay in the county. Let's stay in the county.
You're confusing me. No, but we do have, everyone is on the ballot. You were correct when you said that we have a governor's race here in Ohio, right? Amy Acton and MAGA.
Vi-
The Ohio 8th District Court of Appeals, Emmanuel Soror, Emmanuel Groves. We have our Cuyahoga County Police, Court of Common Pleas is on the ballot, County Executive, and all the odd county council seats.
Right. So that means Chris Ronayne is up for re-election.
He is.
Right. And I went to his campaign kickoff, and it was very nice down there. It was,
We saw each other here.
Yes, we did. Yes. So the thing about it is like you pretty much what makes like what's the best part about being an elected official? Let's start there.
Helping people. Right? At its nature, it's about solving problems. And when you can do that, hopefully regularly, well, at least it makes me feel good. I'm a special education teacher by training, right? I had another career when I was a teacher. And, I miss that. I miss my kids, but I get to do it every day in my job, right? And the worst part about it is not being able to solve every problem, not being able to have a solution for everybody. And it's not like McDonald's, right? Or the Gap, or another typical business where your profit is driven by sales, right? What we selling? we got services, right?
And services,
and those services cost money. And what's the seed money? Taxes.
Right. Exactly.
Taxes. So if we don't have enough to implement all the services that need to be implemented, that's when we start raising. Realize what you're coming for, right? We don't have enough to do everything that we need to do for everybody. So yeah, we could fund this and we can fund that, but we gotta raise your taxes.
Right.
Did you always grow up in politics, or like what was the turning point when you wanted to be real political?
I think the turning point was I didn't know where we at. We on street down
Boulon.
where the Crazy Horse or something.
Next to the, okay, yeah.
Yeah, down the street.
Right there. So it used to be a Chinese restaurant there, and I remember years ago, me and my mom were, she had parked on the street, and we were walking to the restaurant, and this Caucasian man rolled by on a bicycle and called us dirty N-words.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
He called us a nigga.
Oh, that's what he did?
But it startled me. I had never been called that directly. And I was with my mother, and I just remember the helplessness that I saw in her. And she cussed him back out.
Right.
But as a very young girl, I knew that wasn't right. Like I've always been aware of race relations. I've always been aware of the dynamic in our country. You know, we didn't. And the only thing they were showing us was that we could be domestics, we could be the assistants or other people. You know, we were never the main character. We were never the heroine in the story or the hero in the story. And so I didn't know that would translate into political activity, but it has. I just was raised to believe that, you know, education was the passport to the future. Malcolm X said that.
Right.
And I was going to go to school. I was going to do the best that I could. I was going to go to college. And I'm the first in my family to go to college.
What college you go to?
Hey. So I.
And again.
So I started at Tri-C, and I was playing basketball. I was balling. I had a basketball and a volleyball scholarship. Shout out to Coach Gwen Edwards and Coach Denise Duncan from back in the day at Shaw.
What?
My coaches. And from there, I went on to Chicago State University, also on scholarship. Craig Hodges was the like before Jordan retired, he took like the whole team, you know, to a game and everything, and I got to meet Mike. But you know, LeBron James is the GOAT. To say that. Right?
Okay, that's what's up.
But yeah, so I graduated with a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I came on home, and then that's like literally when I met Stephanie Tubbs Jones, right? I came home, I had my little degree.
Rest in peace, Stephanie.
And oh yes, I miss her so much. I talk to people all the time. We all miss her. And so I came back home and was looking for a job, and I went back to Shaker. My principal, yes, Shaker, Uptown, Ajax Rumball. He was the coolest white principal ever. I remember when Run DMC was popular and My Adidas, and he came to an assembly with the becoming a substitute teacher. So I was like, no, I hadn't. So that's what I did. I started off subbing in Shaker, and then went back and started working on my master's. I got like a full-time job in the district. So
Was it cool? Like how she is now, she cool. We still couldn't believe she was like teaching in the school.
yeah,
She was like the first young teacher
like
to teach.
20.
Yeah.
22.
Aye.
Yeah, they weren't ready for me back then. You know. Shaker still ain't.
It's crazy.
Shaker for me was like, I don't know about you, Tristan, but Shaker for me was like High School Musical and Harry Potter. Like it was just magical.
Every day was fun.
It really was. And then and it was very diverse, right? So it really does teach you how to exist out in the real world.
People do not know how to parallel park.
Oh my God.
I'm like, we had to do this every day for school, okay?
Yes,
I don't know how y'all don't understand.
Oval, right? On the curve. You had to learn
You had to park at an early age.
Right, exactly. Dang. I went to John Marshall High School. I was most popular in my class, 1993. I had to throw that in there, but you know, I love y'all Shaker people. You know, y'all are cool.
John Marshall lawyers.
Yes, John Marshall lawyer.
I didn't know what a lawyer was back then. Right? Like,
The Red Raiders. I was scared of y'all. Like y'all, the Red Raiders. Yeah, y'all
Tuffy. That was
beat
his
somebody
name.
up.
Yeah.
To like,
No, according to everybody, we were soft.
Yeah, we was soft. They claimed we was soft.
Yeah, they kind
But everybody wanted to come check out our school.
that part.
That was funny.
That part.
right, but It was, but back to what you have been doing now. You pretty much were a political activist. Well, that's how I met you in the Democratic Party. And you've been doing it ever since. What is the difference now between your activism now and back then before you got elected?
I'm old. $53 on February 24th.
Hey.
On February?
February 24th.
Make sure Larry gonna have to give. We gonna make
What?
sure Larry got the gifts ready.
Man, we gonna have to have something. Where your party at? I'm gonna get you something. I swear for God, you do not like. But
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? I would say the main difference is what I was doing back then. Tubbs Jones. Our first meeting, I was hanging out with a classmate, Vashawn McIntyre. I don't know if she out there in the listening world, but she was in this program called Next Leadership Generation through, I think, the city of Cleveland. Mayor White was still the mayor in Cleveland, and she had taken some of us down to this meeting with Mayor White, right? My first political meeting. And then she was like, okay, and then next week we're gonna go meet Michael Taylor from Congresswoman Stephanie Tubbs. I don't even know why we was meeting these people, but I was just hanging out with her. And so it's like 1998 and it's Labor Day. And we up at we used to line up right at 140th, right, for the parade. And Jim Jones,
foreign cast player,
comes up the street. And I'm like, I used to work in Jim's camps when I was at Tri-C. And so I see Jim, and he was working with Zach Reed. Zach Reed was running for council against Cordell Stokes, Carl Stokes' son, the first African-American mayor of a major American city. I'm rolling down Kinsman with Jim, and I'm, hitting my pageant wave, and, and I'm seeing everybody seeing me, and we get down to the park, and we're with Michael Taylor, and I just see this cloud, and out of the cloud, Stephanie Tubbs Jones emerges, and she just floated on the cloud up to me.
Really?
No.
Never
Look,
had
that's my
that.
story.
Oh, yeah, that's the story.
And I'm sticking to it. But she was so charismatic. She was just bouncing off people like they were flowers, and she was the bee, just like pollinating everyone, with her smile and her love. And I just wanted some of that, right? And so when I met her for the first time, I fell in love. I fell in love with Stephanie. And so I started going to her office, and I met her staff, and I mean, this went on for years. This love affair, right? Just wanting to be in proximity to power, right? Being around a woman that commanded everybody and everything. And I didn't know what it was, but I just kept going back to her office, and they would let me do things, answer the phone, open mail. I would go out with them in the community. And then they started sending me out in the community. So it was almost like an internship or a fellowship, unofficially, because I had a job, right? By that time, I've completed my master's degree, and I'm teaching. I've left Shaker, and now I'm in the Cleveland Municipal School District. It was municipal then.
Right.
And I would leave my job, and I would go wherever the congresswoman was or her staff. And so for 10 years, it started off, she didn't really know me, right? It was like, yeah, that girl. Because in politics, people, hanger-oners come all the time.
Right,
They
exactly.
just
Pop up.
You never really know what people want. But I kept showing up, and whatever they asked me to do, I did it. And, I would be at places before they got there. I'm opening up car doors. I'm holding purses and Blackberries and, stuff that people can't really teach you. It's just I thought it was just being kind, being hospitable. But I didn't really know that those were skills that I could parlay into a career at some point. So, once she did get to know me, she was like, yeah, what's that girl name? She worked hard, call her. And then it's like, yeah, couldn't say my name.
Right.
And then it was on the phone with her BlackBerry. Hey, I'm in town. I'm cooking this roast. Stop by and get you something to eat. Whenever she would take her staff out or campaign folks, I was always included. She treated me equally as everyone. And so I became a member of her campaign team. So that went on for about 10 years until her passing. She introduced me to Sherrod Brown and John Ryan, who ran our office, forever. And she basically made Sherrod give me a job. Now, I had a job. I was teaching.
Right.
I was coaching, and
Gave you another one.
I was happy. I just enjoyed being around them, traveling up and down the state. I went to D.C. Oh, my goodness. Boston, 2004. She told me, she said, hey, if you can get to Boston, I got you. What was going on in Boston? The National Democratic Convention. And you know who keynoted that convention?
Let me see. Was there
2004.
That was
2004.
Barack?
Yes, senator.
Senator. So that was when he was senator. I want to make sure I got this right. That's when he got his senator.
Senator Barack Obama. She spoke at that convention as well. And that was just an amazing experience. I met Giancarlo Esposito, Big Brother Dean.
Oh, you mean the? Oh yeah, for those who don't know, that's Big Brother Almighty from School Days, bugging out from Do the Right Thing.
Oh my God, he was so handsome. He still is. But that was such an amazing experience for me. Then he became president just 4 years, later. Right. But at this point, I'm working, let's see, in 2007. So Sherrod ran for Senate in 2006. And she wanted me to work on his campaign because she wanted someone from the community, from the people, right, to be a part of his campaign.
Stephanie knew what she was doing. Who would turn down that face? Who was like, would you deny Meredith? No, not even now.
I didn't want the job. I was fine just doing the political stuff on the side, right? I really wasn't looking to have a career. And when Gerald Levert passed away,
right,
his service was at the music hall. And her office was kind of instrumental in, the operations of the day. So I was there as part of her staff. Right. And I remember she came in. There had been a big Democratic caucus meeting, whatever, in D.C. And everybody was flying back in for the funeral. And she came in with the Detroit Congresswoman, Carolyn Kilpatrick Cheeks.
Wow.
My soror. Well, was I Delta at that time? No, I wasn't even a Delta at that time. So I couldn't call them my sorors. But they came in, and the Congresswoman Tubbs Jones introduced me to Congresswoman Kilpatrick. And she said, oh, you're Meredith. And I was like, oh, I didn't do it, right? And she's like, no, I think you did. You did it. And that's how I learned that Sherrod Brown was gonna be inviting me to join his staff.
Wow.
And so I was so excited. If I knew then what I know now, I don't know if I'd have been so excited. Because I had to take a big pay cut.
Understandable. Sometimes you get what you want, but I gotta. Man, that's wow. And
it's like entry level, into government, and I was teaching and coaching and. So
I got to give a shout out to Merwin Jones, Stephanie's son.
Yeah.
Mervin. Mervin. Yeah.
Shout out to Merv.
What's up, Merv?
Shout out to Merv.
Another Shaker grad.
Exactly.
Hey.
Shout out to Merv. And I see him pretty much everywhere. So it is what it I always see him.
Merv and his family.
He is.
I love him.
You always give you always got you always give me dap every time he see me. Every time.
I say his parents did a good job.
Very good job. Man.
She loved her man-child. She would be so proud of him. His wife, Ajwa, who's also a Delta. Mm-hmm. And Stephanie. Stephanie is a beast. The grandbaby.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she balls.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, she a beast.
So I got a hit from TikTok. Window from B-Buzz Baseball says, shout out, said, hello, Meredith.
What's up, Phil?
Hello, Larry. And, usually around the B-Buzz season, which is coming up soon, he usually comes on the interviews, and I see him, every time. But we're going to have to take a small little intermission. When we come back, I'm going to see if, you still got it, we going to talk about more of the ball skills. I know you still hoop, Meredith.
You see my nails.
You know what? That guy answer right there. We'll be back on the headline eye with the queen of Cuyahoga County Council, Miss Meredith Turner. We'll be back on the headline eye on Nerve DJs. We're getting your nerves. We'll be right back.
This is WNRV 108.1. WNRV 108.1.
Are you a DJ, radio show, music artist, or podcaster and you've thought about having your own mobile app? BV Mobile Apps could be the solution. They specialize in creating apps with live audio streams, mixes, music, and songs. You can integrate your social media, videos, blogs, and most importantly, send push notifications to your followers. For more information, bvmobileapps.com or on social media at BV Mobile Apps. That's B as in business, V as in victory, bvmobileapps.com.
Hi, it's your girl Lisa Dollar, and I'm locked in with the Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
Looking to grow or expand your business? Yo, bro, you read my mind. Well, we have the perfect solution for you. Your business needs are important, and so is your advertising. Here at WNRV Power 1081, we have marketing solutions for all your business needs and affordable pricing to keep you in the green. Give us a call today at 216-702-0688. That's 216-702-0688. Or email us at WNRVPower1081@gmail.com today.
Wagwan, this is Miss BBC, your reggae woman. Make sure you tune into the Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
Looking for the perfect workspace? Office Lawson Solon has you covered. Whether you need a private office, co-working membership, or a virtual business address, we've got flexible options to fit your needs. Check out our 2 spring promos. Enjoy free co-working Fridays and no deposit on private office rentals. We also offer month-to-month leasing for your ultimate flexibility. Visit office-loss.com or call 216-230-9258 to lock in your space now. Office Loss, where productivity meets flexibility.
See you soon.
What it do, man? It's Booby Gibson, man. If you want to win, put Booby in, and you are now tapped in with Nerve DJs.
All right, we're back on the Headline Eye on WNRV108.1.com. Now, DJs beginning in nerve. That's just that's good. The thing about it is like, before I get into it, we're back with Councilwoman, Cuyahoga County Councilwoman Meredith Turner. I would like to say on New Year's Eve, I know a lot of people like to shoot up the joint, the club, or outside on New Year's Eve. Could y'all remember something? Shout out to my man Doc Dixon. Could y'all remember that the bullets have to land somewhere? And Earl McNeary, who does, lines me up at McNeary's Barbershop on Buckeye, shout out to him. What he mentioned to me today was I was getting lined up for this show today. Of course, you got to be clean before you interview the queen. So, so the thing about it is that make sure that one of the bullets landed and hit his front door. And the thing about it is, y'all got to remember where y'all shooting at. A couple of people's cable went out, bullet. There's wires in the air and stuff like that. So don't act like your cable might be out. Sometimes I think one New Year's Eve, somebody shot a shotgun and hit the whole dang transistor and knocked everything out. And there's poles and stuff in it. Y'all just gotta be careful. Dang. Just gotta be careful. That's all. Just be careful. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Be careful. Speaking of being careful. Meredith.
Larry.
We got a situation. MAGA, of course. We know about the Venezuela incident. We know about the Nigerian incident. We know that the orange one is not anybody's favorite person, yours or mine or anybody's.
My mother told me that if you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, then don't say anything.
So does that count for Nicki Minaj as well?
So I've been hearing that she is not a U.S. citizen. And, you mentioned earlier that her husband and her father both have some situations.
Yeah, her brother and her husband.
Her brother and her husband have some situations. So she might be doing this as a matter of self-preservation. I mean,
trying to get them paroled.
I'm not trying to I'm not judging anyone, but young women should not be looking to, I'm not saying all entertainers, because there are some people out here that's handling their business and they are worthy of, being a role model, right? But that shouldn't be the only example, right? I hope people have other examples in their life and they know that. I don't know. Nikki seemed to have been going through some mental health stuff for a minute, and so I don't know. Best wishes, prayers up to Onika, but she doesn't represent me and most people that I know. So
right.
I just wish her the best.
She doesn't represent you, and
no, she's sold out as far as I'm concerned. Because my Tristan said earlier, that's my Tristan. That's your name now.
Right.
That Mrs. Kirk's husband had spoken out against her.
Yeah.
Right? And then you find yourself on the very same platform where they dogged you. I don't understand that. So
I don't either. But the thing about it is we have I can't say I'm trying to be nice in 2026. You know what? Both my parents gone. My mommy and daddy gone. So it's I ain't trying to be nice. We got an evil in the White House right about now. I'm just going to say it. It's that it has to be combated. So how can we not lose our health care, human rights, decency? How can, and the midterms are coming. So what should we do about these midterms? Midterms is here.
Well, voting is just part of the process, right? It begins much sooner than that. It's, getting to know, the candidate and, their platforms and how they conduct themselves, their values. If every eligible aged person voted that could vote, right, we could have political power. I talk to so many people who are just so disenchanted with the political process because they think it doesn't work for them. I say it's not working because you're not participating. And how many times do I say that?
Lots.
You know what I mean? So if you cast your vote, you could make a difference, right? It's gonna take a tidal wave. But so often we feel disconnected from the process and we don't participate. So I am like, I forget the terminology, but so I was a delegate, right, in 2024. I went to Chicago as an elected delegate to the National Democratic Convention,
Right.
Supporting our sister Kamala Harris, right, and
should be president
that
now.
Chicago was amazing, right, and I was hopeful, but I already knew they wouldn't. You know, this country is more sexist than it is racist, and it's close.
It's right there. I said that.
It's close, but you know, Hillary was eons beyond Trump as a candidate, right? And look what they did to her, right? So I was hopeful, but I knew it was gonna be some bullshit,
Right.
So, you know, I did multiple interviews while in Chicago as a delegate and continued to do them afterwards. And the whole theme of those interviews was that we tired. We showed up, black men, black women, young people, boomers. Like, we show up. We need them. We need white folks to get they people together, and they need to deal with their in-house problem.
Exactly.
Right. That wasn't on us. So you know what? It's not on us to fix it. So what do we need to do? We need to make sure our registration is up to date, right? That it matches where we actually live today. Like, sometimes people move and, you know, they don't want to pay a little money to get their driver's license updated, and then they go vote, and it's like, oh, well, you got to vote provisional. Oh my God, the system is rigged. They're trying to suppress my vote. No, you got to update your identification so it matches, right? You don't want to give them anything. So we need to do that. We need to make sure that we're registered, and we need to make sure that it's up to date, right? We need to know who's on the ballot. I just finished telling y'all, we about to have a governor's race. We about to have Senate, Congress, House districts, Senate districts, county executive. I'm looking, you know, y'all can go to boe.cuyahogacounty.gov. That's the Board of Elections website. And you can go to the tab where it says candidates, and you can pull up the whole candidate list. And now you can see everybody that's running. We even have central state central committee people on. We have precinct. Do we have precinct committee? I know we got central on.
I think we do.
And what does central mean? So when there's a vacancy, these are the people that make the selection. That's how I got in when Chantel became Congresswoman. So we have to be informed about the process. There are elections every year, every spring, every November. Sometimes there are special elections, right? They might be in August or September, right? But folks need to just, you know, like, get it. It's routine. There's always an election. So you can't take any time off, right? But the people who don't participate are the ones who determine policy.
Right.
No, did you hear what I said? The people that
don't participate determine
are
policy.
the ones who determine policy, because when you don't participate, you let the people in there make decisions for you.
Right.
That's what we need to do. So I'm not telling anybody that they need to support this person or that person. I'm saying they need to get in the process. First of all, they need to get registered, make sure that it's valid, and then educate themselves on the process. And if they want to know, they can holler at your girl.
Right. They need to, because I'm a get to that, because the simple fact of the matter is that I always say the reason I vote, ancestors, grandmothers participate in the process, my father, my mother, and my sisters, all that. But I also say this: I'm going to vote for whoever has my interest at heart, and I know the other side don't. So I'm gonna I'm gonna vote what's best for me. I'm gonna make sure that I'm in the process, that you know where I'm at, where my vote is. You know, I can talk about, you know, this all day. You know, have people like you, Mayor Bibb, Mayor Blackwell, you know, everybody else come on.
Mayor Blackwell was sworn in too.
Yes, she was. Shout out to Mayor Blackwell. And like it's the thing about it is, like, I can say this all day, but I need to participate in the process, and I will always participate in the process, because I have a son. I want him, no matter where he's at, to participate in the process. So how I'm going to tell him to participate in the process I'm not doing it makes me a hypocrite, and I'm not trying to hear that.
That part.
I got a question for the councilwoman. Can you tell the people how important relationships are, like on your travels, on your upbringing of being a politician?
Relationships for me definitely have been everything. Networking, and the best way for me to illustrate this is in the story that I told you earlier about how I met the Congresswoman, and how she introduced me to Sherrod Brown, and that has basically led to my whole career, right? I showed up just wanting to volunteer, wanting to be helpful, and she made me take that job. She made me take that job. To pay cut and
You
everything.
can't tell Stephanie no.
I'm still trying to recover, Congresswoman. But I didn't know. Like, I didn't envision where I could go or what I could be. Who did you say hollered at me a little while ago, Brother Wendell Field?
Yes, on B-Buzz Baseball.
Okay, so his sister-in-law, Sarah Parks Jackson, was our first Cuyahoga County Housing Director, member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Give a shout out to my sisters of AKA.
Hey.
We love each other. People think it's
So all the Divine Nine, even the iotas.
They all look good. They all look good.
Right.
You know.
We love everybody. So Sarah's sister was on a board. I forget which board. Is it Adams board? Anyway, so her husband, Wendell, he kept sending me these emails. And I was starting to think it was spam. Because it was just, I don't know. It was just always a bunch of stuff, right? And so I want to say that LaToya Smith was having her Bessie's Angels walk at Tri-C Eastern Campus a couple years ago. And I ran into Wendell and his wife there, right? So she introduced me to her husband and everything. And I was like, oh my God, you're Wendell Smith? Like, oh my God, you keep my inbox full, right? Like, he is always sending me this information about B-Buzz and, but he would never follow up. I'm like, what you want? Like, are you just telling me? You just giving me information? So we met, and he explained to me what this amazing program was doing for young people.
Right.
And so, Wendell walked away from that conversation with $10,000 for his program. That's the power, my Tristan.
That's dope.
Of relationships.
Let me tell you, you know what? And since I am the member of the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, and the NABJ conference was here last year, I gotta thank you on behalf of being a member. I understand that Rhonda Crowder, the president, thanks you, but I had to thank you for getting us the money to have the events that we had here for the other journalists to come here for the 50th NABJ. We had the 50 here. Next year's in Atlanta. The national. This year in 2026 is going to be in Atlanta, but you know what? And even at the Atlanta, people had their time here.
It was nice.
Very nice.
The golfing event, the pre-event out at Highland Golf with 100 Black Men.
Exactly.
Was amazing. I was able
Shout out to Greg Lockhart for that.
Provide 10K as a sponsor for that. So let me tell you about this money, where this money came from. So
go ahead, let us know.
I was praying for a second Biden-Harris administration. Then it became Harris, Walz.
Right.
I was praying that they would get back in, because what happened when we received those American Recovery Act dollars, right? For the longest time, I think people thought it was monopoly money, right? So I came into the council just as we were getting these dollars. So the previous county executive, Armin Budish, and the council president at the time, Pernell Jones, they cut a deal. See, so we don't have like our own money. We can't just appropriate money like Congress, right? Or earmarks like in the State House or whatever. County council doesn't have a purse. The county executive can't spend $1 without us. We approve every dollar spent, but we don't have like our own like little bank account over here where,
for your own individual,
for our districts. We don't have that. So for the first time ever, the council had money. So the county got about $240 million of those ARPA dollars. We call them ARPA. And the council got, thank you, Pernell Jones, he got a $66 million. for Cuyahoga County Council, right? So for the first time ever, we got this money, and it wasn't Monopoly. Nah,
it was real.
It was real. Ask Wendell. And it wasn't like you got to go, spend this money and bring us receipts and get the money. No, they was getting the money on the front end. Now, of course, there's an audit process and all that. It's public money, federal money, but everybody been making good so far. But this was real money, right? So $66 million. This is a math question. Here on the teacher in me. All right, Larry?
Go ahead. I'm ready. Go ahead. Hit me.
$66 million. How many members of county council are there?
11.
There are 11. Okay, 66 million. 11 divided by 11.
So 6 million.
6 million apiece.
Peace.
Okay. Yes.
I'm smart sometimes.
Hey, gold star for Marcus. Go put your name on the board.
All right, cool.
So we each had $6 million to allocate. And it couldn't just be like, if you couldn't, there were rules, right? You couldn't just do anything with the money. You couldn't invest it. And most of the money went to nonprofits, right? So with my little itty bitty $6 million, I was out here in these streets like, hey, what's going on? What you got? I love to hear what you're doing. Like, people was ignoring me, right? So back to relationships, right?
Right.
Because people think that I was playing or whatever. But I tell you, sometimes it was just somebody who was nice to me, spoke, gave me a couple of minutes of their time, that led into a deeper conversation where I may have asked about their organization, their nonprofit, who was they serving, and next thing you know, so the first thing that happened was, I think I went to the United Negro College Fund luncheon, the mayor's luncheon, right?
Where was it at?
We was at the convention center.
In Cleveland?
Yep.
Yeah, everything down at the convention
center. Convention centers, right? Okay. So this was before I knew the parameters of this money, right? So I'm at this luncheon, and they're like, we want to raise, I forget, it was a low amount of money that they was trying to raise, maybe 20, 25. It might have even been $10,000 or $15,000, really, honestly.
Right.
I think it was. It was like 10 or 15. So they're doing the bid, right? And you see the little thing, and I'm like, this room is full of black people.
Right.
And we can't raise $10,000? I mean, it was rough. And I forgot who invited me to that luncheon. Quentin McCorvey. Hey, Quentin. Shout out to Quentin. And, I just looked around. So I get on the phone, and I'm texting my office. And so Trevor McAleer, hey, Trevor. And I'm like, hey, Trevor, I'm at this luncheon. And, I said, can I give money to the United Negro
College Fund? Right.
College Fund, right? And so he's like, he's looking up. He's like, yeah, they're nonprofit. They give money to students. Yeah, it's education, right? Like, yes, Councilwoman, it's your money. Yes. I mean, it's the people's money.
Right, it's the people's money.
In my care, but yes, Councilwoman, you can do that. So Quentin, my host, I text him and I'm like, hey, Quentin, yeah, that 10,000, I got it.
I got
you.
you.
Talking about like he really didn't like he didn't know.
Right.
He really didn't know what I was talking about. So yeah, the program was practically over, and the word finally got up to, I think it was Danita Harris, who was the mistress of ceremony. She was like, hold up, wait a minute, I got my song wrong. No, she didn't. And then they made the announcement that keep trying to raise money, but hey, the councilwoman, she got it, and that was the first time.
Can I have $100 for my phone bill? Like, listen, I'm gonna ask Gino off air.
But I was sitting there listening to the mission and just being taken in, by what was happening around me, and it just dawned on me that I'm a whole councilwoman up out of here in these streets, and I got $6 million, and so that was my first allocation, and then from there. You can just look. I mean, Brother Wendell got 10,000.
Of course, he
for
there's no wonder why he said hello.
That's right. He has been good to me too, and so I have my communities in District 9, I represent Bedford, Bedford Heights.
Right.
I have 3 Cleveland wards. I got Ward 1, Councilman Joe Jones.
Okay.
Shout out
to
I
Joe.
have the new Ward 3.
Deborah
That's
Gray.
Councilwoman Deborah Gray. And then I have Ward 6, Blaine Griffin.
So you got 1, 3, and 6.
1, 3, and 6. And
You
because
know what? I live in one of those wards. I used to live in Joe Jones' ward, but I'm in Councilwoman Gray's ward, and she was on here. Very gracious woman. Last night she was, she was so real, but she was a little bit long. They had to call time when she was sworn in, but she down to earth with it.
I love her. She got the prettiest skin too. I love her. So yes, those are my 3. And because of redistricting and gerrymandering,
Right.
Like I may have Cleveland 1, A, B, and C, and then Pernell Jones may have precinct D, and then I might have E, and then he might have F and G, and it is stupid, right?
Very.
So it's like that in all of those wards 1, 3, and 6. So I may have most of the ward, but then Yvonne Conwell might have precinct J. It's really crazy. So anyway, Bedford Heights, Cleveland wards 1, 3, 6. I have Highland Hills, North Randall, Orange, Pepper Pike, Shaker, Warrensville, and the village of Woodmere. So before yes, United Negro College Fund was my first allocation, but I had a strategy. I gave each of those communities an opportunity to submit a project for these funds. And I can't even remember everything, but Orange Village, let's see, they got about 274,000, and I forgot what they did. Mayor Book, that's my guy. I think he got a birthday coming up. Shaker, they got money for, they're trying to widen Lee Road.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Where, Shaker begins at Cleveland Heights.
I'm a plug in. We have a DJ school. We teach kids here.
Okay.
Yeah, Nerve DJ, yeah.
If she could give some money outside her ward,
right,
that would be nice.
Yeah, you give
see, here we go. That's why I said people thought it was monopoly money, and it was like there for the longest.
Right.
And then, of course, because of federal requirements, like it's not money we could keep forever.
Right.
Right. So we.
If you guys, if you can,
running out.
Listen, if you got a little bit. Give the
Nerve DJs Institute.
Yeah, Nerve DJs Institute.
Is this a nonprofit?
Yes, it is. We have nonprofit and profit, miss.
We'll see what
We'll talk
We'll
later.
talk later.
Right.
I got to plug. I'm gonna plug us anyway. I always like listen, and I would want you to and you are running for.
Let me just run off some of these.
Go ahead.
I have never been in the opportunity to actually share this information.
This is breaking news.
Breaking news. Let's go.
This is not really campaign related. I'm just this is what I have loved most about this job. Being able to be like Oprah. Like you get 10 grand. You get 10 grand. You get 50. Oh, you get 50 grand. Like I felt so good being able to give that money out. That's why I was really hoping for a Harris administration, because I was writing her about my different projects, especially the ones that I did with Divine Nine. Everybody in Divine Nine got some money, right? And I have to say, my organization that I cleared with the Inspector General, right? As long as I'm not a fiduciary member of the organization, I'm able to give money to them. So they're actually in the process of getting their money now, but that's still that's coming soon. So, but listen to some of this. I don't want to mention them because they go out of business. Harvard Community Center, Bell Bergen Carr, United Negro College Fund, Enterprise Community Partners, Literacy Cooperative, Dolly Parton Imagination Library, Greater Cleveland Urban Film Commission, Family First Village, Brenda Glass, she worked with women who have been traumatized victims of domestic violence.
Exactly.
Diversity Center, Northeast Ohio, Seeds of Literacy, Village of Healing, the Crew Foundation, that's Sheila Wright, where she was working with the young men over at Guillen Academy, teaching them to do what y'all doing right here.
Exactly.
Right.
And they was out at the Browns, they was out in Berea learning how to do sportscasting and all of that. So I was so proud to be able to support her. You mentioned IOTAs, BLO. You know that we gave them money to rehab a house, and they put a family that was system involved in the house. And at some point, they're going to own that house. So we work with the Land Banks charity to make that happen. Shout out to the 24th International Grand Polaris, Orlando O. Grant.
Shout out to Orlando.
Yes, and the Brothers of Iota Phi Theta. The Dunnigan Foundation, Enlightened Solutions. Remember that Project Noir? Chi-Chi and Bethany, Birthing Beautiful Communities. Delta Alpha Lambda Foundation. That's the Brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha. They got their food pantry over there off 116th. They got money to renovate the back of their building so they could increase the capacity for their food pantry program. Lee Road Baptist Church, they had a tutoring, mentoring program over there. Diaper Bank, Habitat for Humanity, the Shaker Schools Foundation. I had the great privilege of being able to provide money for 6th graders to go to science camp, and a bench for my line sister in memory of Aisha Frazier.
Shout out to her.
Who lost her life tragically.
Yes.
And that's my alma mater too. So it was so grateful to be able to do that for them. Collaborative to end human trafficking. Music through the streets. That's Pernell. That's Donshawn Wilson. That's that Battle of the Bands that they was doing. The Joseph Legacy Momentous Mentoring. They take young people on college tours. Ridall Foundation, NAACP, Cleveland Branch, Salvation Army. Who is this? Noble, National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives. They had their national conference here a few years ago too. I'll be seeing them tomorrow. Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, Black Child Development Institute, Linking Partnership Opportunities Foundations. I believe that is the Links, or no, one of them AKA chapters. Both of them chapters got money. Alpha Omega Foundation, Gamma Alpha Sigma Education Foundation, Impact Youth, Zeta Omega Foundation. That's when them Qs, right? Remember Brother Devin Moore, Heart Foundation. He died from a heart attack down in Kent State University. So his line brother, working with his parents, the Devin Moore Foundation, that money was used to purchase AED machines.
What kind of machines are those?
You know, like when you have a heart attack, the AED machine?
Okay.
Yeah, they've been gifting them around the city.
That's what's up.
Bessie's Angels, New Directions, College Now, Make Them Know Your Name Foundation. That's Nicole Ward, and you know her son is
Denzel Ward
for the Cleveland Browns. That's right, my soror. Make Them Know Your Name. 100 Black Men, Cleveland Minority Organ Tissue Plant Education Program, Land Bank, CASE Sports Program. Man, when I was in college, that was like one of the first jobs that I had in the summer was that program. I'm almost done. Literacy Cooperative, DNA Rising. That's Latoya Smith. She provides housing for veterans. Oh, let's see what else. City Club, Women of God Ministries, Women of God Outreach Ministries, Ashbury Community Center. They over there teaching seniors how to get jiggy on the computer. Right? Never too old to learn. Oh, and Hicko, our sister, Danita Harris, Shine. Nice. Western Reserve Historical Society. I believe this was $20,000 to Brother Cordell Stokes for his father's memorial. Right, Spread the Love Foundation. That's Crazy Bone. Right,
that's our competition, but we'll talk. Wow, how much you get him? How much you get him?
He got $25K.
Jeez.
Motivated and Empowered, Seeds of Literacy. Caramoo got $50,000.
We need Caramoo.
Shout out to Lillian Plies.
Okay, and Tony Size. Gamma Delta Alpha, Helping Others, National Council of Negro Women, INC-U, Resource Foundation, BuzzBee, Friendly In, National Congress of Black Women, Positive Plus, Kappa Alpha Psi, Friendly In, Young Women Christians Association, Women of Color Foundation, Rites of Passage, Brother Paul Hill, how you doing, brother? Glenn Shoemate, this Project ACE, Western Reserve Links, Battle of the Bands.
Whoa, when do you sleep?
So listen. Shaker Square, the Bell product. I mean, these are all organizations that I was able to fund with $6 million.
This is the boss lady.
With
right
$6
here.
million.
All right. The thing about it is like
Listen.
you are the
Did you
okay.
see the budgeting on that?
I did.
You get 10. You get that. Look, I didn't give, and fine. It's not final because I still got a couple dollars left.
All right.
But I
That's
gave
what I'm talking about.
350. Tristan, you was there. That's why I saw you.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
But you
Walked on the elevator with this
United
woman.
Black Fund.
Yep.
We was there. They were graduating their cohort. They got $350,000 for workforce, and that's shout out to Johnny O.
Shout out to DJ Johnny O,
Yeah.
who is the owner of Nerve DJs Institute.
Yes, he was part of that cohort.
Yes.
So that's the best part about this job, being able to support people that are actually doing things in the community for people. And I need more money to do just that. That's why I'm running for re-election.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you already know that, Nerve, this show, the headline, I endorses candidates.
Oh, you do, y'all?
Yes, I endorse. I'm endorsing you right now. Here's the reason why. I ain't no way in the world I'm not going to endorse you, because of the simple fact of the matter is, unfortunately, we have kindred experience by losing our moms. And that's the second
She's
thing.
so proud of you. Your mom's so
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
You know what? Thank you very much. You are like, you made my day, because I felt crappy coming into this new year. I swear for God I did. And the thing about it is like, I every time I see you are friendly, very much, every single time. And one time I thought you didn't like me for some odd reason, but
He do say little smart comments.
I do not. But
That part, right, my Tristan?
He don't get it sometimes.
But the thing about it is like, but appreciation of what you do. When Meredith Turner gave us like, huh? That's what, what? Off the rip? He was one of the people that announced, like, I appreciate you being at every single conference, how do you keep up with the dinners and the conferences and all that? And I'm going to ask you another question. What's next?
Before that, like, how do you balance it?
Yeah.
How do you balance your regular life with this political life?
It is not balanced. I'm out of balance. I'm single. I don't have any children. Used to
God dang it. I'm sure there's a lot of eligible bachelors that are on my live around in there.
You just can't, hold up, this is a boss woman. I don't
Right.
care if you eligible. You just got it. She's
Yeah,
very picky.
I am like, you know what? It's not that I'm picky. It's that people are interesting, right? Like, I don't want to be with somebody where I can't be myself, right? I gotta go do my job.
Black fist up for that. Two black fists up for that.
I pet dogs and kiss babies, right?
Listen to hip-hop.
I'm always, I hugged you when I came in, right?
Right.
I hugged you, my Tristan, right? That doesn't mean that I'm trying to holler at y'all,
No,
right?
no, you just for friends,
But
yeah.
I've had the unfortunate experience of dating a few men that just, they couldn't handle it, right?
The limelight,
So,
like, they can't handle you being in the limelight?
yeah, me being friendly, people wanting to talk to me, people wanting to hug me, people wanting to touch me. And I need a person that can get all of that and be there to support me, like, and not upset because I asked you to take a picture for me, right? Like, my
You got to be your number one cheerleader.
would get it, right? He would already be there snapping. Shout out to Brian Siggers Sr. I mean, he love him some Judge Lauren Moore. When he be out with his wife, man.
He don't care. You'll take the picture.
Brian be like, come on, hit me. He make sure he get
Right.
his wife. He get his
But
wife picture.
here's the thing. In this life, and I was told by somebody, and I can experience that. I was told by somebody, you take a lot of pictures with a lot of women. And I'm like, most of them are freaking elected officials. It's like, we just taking a picture because of the simple fact of the matter is, especially my sisters like yourself, like Ensign Loving, you did a wonderful poem for her. I loved it. You did a wonderful poem for her. You did
Because we connected. Yes.
right. Yeah, you did a wonderful poem for other people.
I'm finding my voice.
You are, and the thing and the thing about it is like it's not about it's about like everybody to people. African American women talk about African American men not supporting their sisters as far as leadership. I support my sisters in leadership, the right leadership, but I support my sisters in leadership. I don't care who you are. If you confide in my interest, I'm going to be right there behind you, beside you. And it's like, that's why I do the show. I love doing the show because of this. But the thing about it is like, you have to,
listen, I know that I'm doing something that not everybody gets to do, right? I take this job very seriously. I prepare, and I try to be present, right?
Right.
My brothers, my nieces, my nephews, my nucleic family, right? They love me, they support me, but I'm gonna die empty. So, the question about do you rest, do you sleep? It'll be time for that, right? Was that Longfellow, miles to go before we sleep?
Right, yeah.
So I'm just trying to rock this life until there's nothing left in me. If I find a partner, if I can find someone that's equally yoked that can understand and, be with me on this journey, right? Because if I have to shrink to, fit what somebody else wants, then I'm not gonna.
Then you're not
gonna
gonna
miss my purpose,
right.
right? I've been hearing my name in all kind of stuff. I heard I was running for mayor and Shaker. I'm not. I love me some David Weiss. That is my mayor. I've heard from somebody that my name was being floated for another position at the state level. I ain't ready for
state
that.
rep.
I love being right here in No. I don't want to go Columbus. Them people down there crazy. And then I even heard, Congress. Listen, Shontel Brown is my predecessor. I love her. I support her. I got her back. She got mine. There's never a time when we're together where she don't acknowledge me as her successor, right? That means something to me. Loyalty means something to me. I didn't want this job, right? I did not see
maybe
this.
Maybe you didn't want it. Like, I never thought I'd be here.
That's how it works,
but
right?
But if you believe in God, it's God's plan over ours. That's every
right.
time.
I believe in providence. And so that has led me to this moment. I am not seeking the next thing. So when you say what's next, hopefully I'm going to go get some chicken.
Like, what's next? Chicken.
Some rest. I'm getting ready for Delta Days at the nation's capital, in March with my sorority, right? We getting ready to go back to council from our little short break on January 13th, which happens to be Founders Day for Delta Sigma Theta. So I am present in this city, trying to make a contribution where I am right here, right now. I ain't thinking no further than where I am now.
You got you.
I am always going to be prepared, right? You have to be. I want to go law school. That's what's next. Bam. There it is.
Hey.
I want to go law school.
I got one more question.
Go ahead.
Yo, public speaking is so dope. Like, do you got any pointers to give anybody on public speaking? How did you build this up to be so dope?
My Tristan, you are uniquely you.
Okay.
Larry, you are uniquely you, right? You were born with something,
right,
that no other individual has. That's what makes you you, right? We're all unique. And you can prepare, you can get educated, and and you can practice. Because I'm not a speaker. Like, I don't see myself that way, right? I just speak from the heart. I just speak from the heart. So that's would be my recommendation to anybody that is out here speaking. Be prepared. Know your material, right? Y'all had to get prepared for this show. Y'all couldn't just walk through the door and just.
I try to explain that every day.
You know what I mean? Like it is.
Do not come up here freestyling this.
It is an artistry, right?
Yep, it's an art.
And
it is an art.
I started to learn about myself. Like, I love history. I love poetry. I love music. Like, when I first came up in here, you was bumping. Yep, R. Kelly. I love me some Hells.
I feel conflicted. No, of
It's
course.
just the-
Larry a
on the
hater.
music
Larry is
tip.
a hater. He don't know how to separate the music from
Oh,
the
the
artist.
music,
Yeah, he's a hater. He don't worry about him.
Right.
But anyway, listen, I like Joe too. I like Joe. All
What's
right.
wrong with Joe?
Love Joe.
I love Joe.
Joe dope too, but
dope.
he ain't messing with R. Kelly.
I like
Okay.
Joe. But go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
my point is, those are some of my muses, right? So like when I'm preparing, I go, it's like an onion, right? I'm trying to get all the way to the core.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have heard so many speeches, right? I have been so many places, heard so many different people speak, and you can tell when a crowd is being moved, right? Or everybody restless, or they getting up, you know, and they're not paying attention because they're not connecting. The speaker is not connecting with them, right?
Read the room.
My goal is when I'm speaking is to just always try to find a very humanistic way to connect with people, right? And diction, right? You know,
Exactly.
Those things matter. The punctuation, right?
Right.
And that I'm saying accurate things. I'm an educator, so I just look at everything like a curriculum.
You got that.
Brenda Hall, whom I love me some Brenda
Shout
Hall.
out to Brenda Hall.
When she asked me to speak at Nsong's fundraiser, right? That was my first time, like, really doing a poem and reading it publicly, because you know, like when you go to those type of events, it's always the same thing, right? So I said, no, I'm Meredith M. Effin Turner. That's what my line says. Turner, no. So I said, I don't want to be like everybody else, right? How can I make this Meredith? How can I make this, put my stamp on it, and make it all about Nsong? And so you was there. It was really for her. It was an audience of one. Like I was talking to her, and she loved it. And so they loved it so much, they invited me back to speak at her, you know, her swearing in at her investiture service. But, you know, after I spoke, people was coming up to me like, oh my God, like, you're so amazing. Like the guy that was hosting the fundraiser for her, that was the first time I met him. He was like, whatever you need. He's like, if you want to have a fundraiser here, you know, hey, just give me a call. And I'm gonna give him a call, because I didn't kick off my campaign here tonight, right, on Headline Eye.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna be. It's January 2026. I'm just gonna say it. I'm endorsing Meredith Turner to be Cuyahoga County Councilwoman. This show is endorsing her. And the thing about it is like, when is the actual election? I know it's in November, but do you have a primary to go through?
Yes, I have a primary to go through. Before I tell you about that, so I
ahead.
told you I'm going to be 53 in a few.
Hey.
February
What you want, dang
So,
it, for your birthday?
Well, I just want to invite everybody to come out to the Academy and celebrate on my birthday with me. Bring me a couple dollars. Right.
I'm gonna say that.
Is that the like the new Shaker bar?
Yeah, the Academy Tavern.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, it is.
Chris Butler, my good friend, we graduated from class of '91 in the house.
I was wondering, did he go to Shaker? Him
Yeah,
or his
he
wife?
did.
I couldn't figure out who went to
Man,
Shaker.
he went to Shaker. He got the Shaker. He had the Shaker reunion one time, and
really
it was
be having them
Yeah,
up
the
there.
Academy Tower, it's like Cheers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Blaine be up there, Jerry Prim. You like, if you want to find judges and stuff like that, you go to the
That's
Academy
right.
Tavern, especially on game night, especially Cavaliers.
Any day of the week.
Any game
And
of the week.
tonight is trivia. I gotta. One day you cancel your show, Larry. I'm going for trivia night.
We can go right now after this.
I think you got to be there at 8 though.
Right, yeah, but
gotta check that out.
But here's the thing. And not just a couple of dollars, bring a lot of dollars, because we pushing you to November. So she
you for
gonna
saying
advertise
that. Thank you for saying
advertising. No, I'm with you.
I'm tired of discounting myself.
No. Here's the thing. You don't
I've been out here in these streets. I've been serving. I've been giving.
too damn long.
And, you know, you need money. So what do I need money for? I need money because I got to get my message out. There are over 80,000 something people in my district, right?
Right.
And people are not running like regular campaigns no more. After COVID, like, I know I don't want nobody come knocking on my door. Right. Over to my door. So I got to get to people in their mailbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these mailers are expensive. And if you get the party endorsement, for example, you pay into that sample ballot program, you know, the one they keep sending to your house.
Right, yeah, with everybody on it.
Yeah, with everybody on it. Yeah, that costs money. I think my first election, I had to pay like $3,000 to get into that. sample ballot program, right? I need T-shirts for my volunteers. I got to feed my volunteers, right? Sometimes they need gas money, right? I haven't raised enough money to like create a salary for somebody. I've been my own campaign manager, right? Shout out to Essence Doucette, who has been my campaign liaison, right? I say I'm the manager, but she the liaison. She the one to really tell me what to do.
The hairdresser?
No, no, Essence?
Did she do hair?
No, she
Okay,
don't do
never
hair.
mind.
No.
Be quiet.
No, Essence is like Tommy. We don't know what her job is. We don't know
Do you have a job, or do you know what a job
got a
is?
job,
But you don't
but
know
she,
what
you know,
don't
like,
know what it is.
She
Might be a CIA agent.
See,
I ain't trying to blow nobody cover. I'm just saying, but
we don't know. But she's texting me. She's like, "Girl, tell them about your fundraiser." So
go ahead, fundraiser. Let's go.
You know, check us out on social media. We'll drop some information there. But I do plan to be at the Academy Tavern on my birthday, February 24th. So check us out.
We'll be there.
If
We'll
people
be
want
there.
to send me a check, they can send it to Friends of Meredith Turner. Yeah, I think that's right. Friends of Meredith Turner, 4126 East 176th Street. That's in Cleveland. 44128. Okay, I'm checking my text message. See, I did it, right? Oh, she said, this is Essence. She said, I got a damn job.
Good thing she listening.
She listening. Shout out to Essence.
Listen, we know she got a job. We just don't know what she did. Right?
He ain't going to say. Wait, listen. I ain't saying nothing.
Right, Black Ops.
Black Ops.
But listen, everything is on the ballot, right? So I'm looking. I didn't put. Oakwood got a mayoral race going on.
Yeah, Joseph Fouché has
I'm staying
declared.
out of that.
Yeah, there's a couple of them I
get confused with
I know I
Oakwood
didn't
and
call you
Woodmere, but
back,
now it makes
Joe,
sense.
but
Yeah.
Oakwood.
And
They
Woodmere.
got a few candidates, and I love every single last one of them. So I wish them all the best. I don't know if anybody live in Congressional District 7. I don't even know where that's at. But like I said, Congress is on the race. Congresswoman Chantel Brown, she's got a slew of folks coming for her, but I'm riding all day with Chantel.
She's running again?
M. Brown.
Yeah, she running for
Chantel M.
like
Brown.
there's the reason why there's a slew of folks because of the simple fact of the matter is some of you
I never heard of none of these.
right, exactly.
What they
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just be gonna be very blunt. The reason why some of you people, and I'm using it loosely, term, is that y'all coming for Chantel Brown because some of y'all just don't like it just because y'all like it. Just like some of you so-called quote-unquote Christians came after Pastor Jamal Bryant about his wife wearing a dress and stuff like that. And
I bought the dress.
like he bought
bought the dress.
If he bought the dress for his wife, who is you to say anything? Period. Shut up.
People just be having to. They pay attention to the wrong things.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You worry about the wrong things.
But my congresswoman will prevail. I'm sure of it. And
You know, after a certain time with some folk, and hopefully there ain't no retreads running, sometimes you just got to give it up. Like, you're not going to beat this person. You might not like this person, but you're not going to beat him. You might not like him, but you know the thing about it is you might not like the way they
and
look.
sometimes people get in these races because they just want the title and they just want the position.
Or
Like,
some clout.
What folks be doing a great job, and okay, you just want to run just to be running? No, it is too much going on in DC right now. We need continuity.
Right.
And the person in office gave everybody confidence too, like not being to have a political background gave them confidence too to run.
Yeah,
It's deep, too.
It is deep.
We got State Senate, Kent Smith. Hey, that's
What's
our
up,
current
Kent?
Senate. We got
Shout out to Ken Smith.
State Central Committee, man and woman. Right? Again, Central Committee, that's when there's a vacancy. They make the appointment. What else? We got state senators, state House representatives, House of Representatives.
Right.
Let's see what else. So you know that they're term limited.
Right.
All the state representatives are term
Yes,
limited.
they are term limited. So
And I am out here. I'm supporting.
What about brother Terrence Upshaw?
Upchurch is
They're-
term
they're-
limited.
They're all
He
they're
term
all
limited.
term limited.
Term limited. So
Wow.
You know, it's amazing new faces on the scene. People wanting to serve. So I implore everybody to go out there and find out what's going on for yourself. Don't take it from me, right? Because just because I like somebody, but I don't endorse people that because I like them.
Right.
You know, they
gotta
out
do
here
the work.
working. They're intelligent. They're compassionate. They're intuitive, right? And they want to serve for the people. That they want to serve for the right reasons. You know, one day I woke up and I was like, wow, I'm a councilwoman. Because the people
I'm a
keep calling me
councilwoman.
that. But at the heart of it, I'm just Meredith, right? I'm just a sister. I'm just an auntie. I'm just a daughter. I'm just a Delta. I'm just, you know, well, it's never a just, but I'm the same person that I've always been. I'm not going to change. I don't care what I become.
See, so the reason why people like you and want to put you in
And
these
not
different...
everybody like me.
Well,
they be all right.
Yeah. We listen. Some of the people, like some of y'all, they're not doing the work. Shut up. I said
Some of them actually doing work, but they, you know, that's the sickness that we have in our community. Like it ain't enough shine for everybody. You can get some. You can get some. You can get some. Why we have to be threatened by each other?
Right. Well, I think the problem is that if they don't feel like it's enough. Me and you had this conversation, and at Dave's, they want their name on it. That's the problem.
If it's for the right reasons, great. You know,
but for the wrong reasons, they just want their name on it. If listen, I'm just gonna say this: if I wasn't the host of the show,
What you be doing, Larry?
I'll be behind. If I couldn't host the show, I'll be behind it. I'll be behind the person that's doing it. It's just the simple fact of the matter is that I created it. You know, the name. I would talk to, like, the thing about it is, even if I did create it, I would hand it over to somebody if somebody could do a better job at talking it than I do. I'm being serious. Like, you don't see the executives of ESPN in the camera. They behind it. They make it, they up there. You know, you got Stephen A. Smith giving props to them. So they put the talent together. If I can, like, the thing about it is, I don't mind. But the problem is that we have so many people that, like, there's not enough being done. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. And to defend some of the African-American people who are in these seats like Meredith Turner, we've been having these problems as far as financial, crime, economic, way before they got into these seats. Yeah. Way before. Way before Bibb became mayor, we had a problem with the school system. Way before some of these people became council people. I don't care if it's 2030. There's been an issue and a divide in the African-American community way before we were even thought of by our parents. Way before our parents were even thought of. Remember, slavery goes back 400-something odd years.
Yeah, all of this is systemic and it's structural. Mm-hmm. You know, I was listening to, who was that? Was it Frances Cress Welsing? Mm-hmm. Or, I don't know, it was a sister, but she was talking about we got it confused. We think we are in a democracy. Right, as a system, but no, what we're really living under is a system of racism, white supremacy. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we unpack that enough and really look at how we behave in relationship to one another under this system, right? Because under this system, we're 3/5, right? Some people still see us as inhuman. That was the whole thing. I don't really want to get too deep into this Browns thing because I do sit on the county council, but this is what the whole thing about Shedeur Sanders, like humbling him.
Thank you.
Was about,
right? You
know what I mean? Like that boy don't need no money.
Right, that was the NFL.
He plays for the love of the game and for competition. He's a winner. He wants to win.
Right.
He wants to win. He ain't worried about being on a 5th round rookie contract.
Let me just explain something about it.
And the folks that are upset because his father did what he needed to do for his kids,
which has never been done. Legendary what Deion did for his kids.
LeBron is doing for his
legendary.
Like, how can you hate that? And you know what? I would never compare myself to LeBron James. But sometimes, why do we hate excellence?
Because
when we see people doing well,
thank you.
Because you've been so good for so long that it just gets people be bored. And then somebody come along and they do one little thing, and then you be like,
because as African American people, we have not seen excellence. We have not seen excellence. Maybe that's not the answer to people. We haven't seen excellence. Sometimes in excellence, we hate on excellence. And sometimes we want to see people fail that preach excellence. But we haven't seen excellence. That's why you, Chantel, Pernell, Justin, others get
everybody,
hated on.
everybody, get the phone book.
Like we can go to the phone book. And the thing about it is like,
our people.
Right.
People. I prefer to think of us as a whole, and not as all these individual names, because then that's making me like I'm not special.
Right. But
right?
our
I'm just
people
doing what God created me to do. He created you to do what you need to do.
Right.
He created my Tristan. Like we all have, if we don't become who we're supposed to be according to God's purpose and will for our life, then we are letting somebody down.
Preach.
I can't be you, right? I cannot be Chantel, right? She is my predecessor, but God has created a path for me. I don't have to be her. Like I'm finding my own voice. I'm finding we're not in competition. That is my sister, right? That's the mindset that we got to get out of in this community. That we should not be competing with one another. We should be, uniting and collaborating with one another. So I think there's still a sickness in our community.
You almost made me want to propose. You right there on this dot there. Will you? I ain't get the ring yet. I'll rob a jewelry store.
No.
But it's the thing about it is talking with you and talking about this makes me feel like more together. And and out of this is why Stefanski got fired, because even maybe he was part of the program to push him down. He picked Dylan Gabriel to be his supercomputer. Dylan did not pan out. I don't know what's going to happen with his future.
Supercomputer. Now unpack that.
Yeah.
Unpack that. What was he saying? He's intelligent?
Yes, that's what he was saying.
Right. So Shador was like special ed. He was remedial.
But Shador we know Shador has a DNA to play in the National Football League because of his dad. Let's unpack that. They didn't like Prime because Prime was a two-sport player, football, baseball. Played a football game and a baseball game. Played in a football game and then played in the divisional round for the Atlanta Falcons in the same night. Tim McCarver, shout out, the legendary late sports host, Deion threw some water on him because McCarver said that Deion was ruining the game. Here's the thing. He just paved the way to be brash and bold and think about it. What do he say? If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, they pay good. That's what they said. So he made that. And the thing about it is, and every single time, look at this young man's demeanor. Every time that Tony Grossi, Mary Kay Cabot, I'm throwing y'all out there, and you can, Mary Kay, I'm gonna see you soon at the thing that we black journalists do.
What was the name of that reporter you said that Deion threw the water on?
Tim McIver.
Okay.
But you're like, the thing about it is like every time they asked him about Stefanski to try to see if Shador was going to throw him under the bus, his answers were intelligent. He didn't do it. He didn't do anything. And he didn't throw anybody on the bus. Like, look at a guy like Myles Garrett. He Japanese, big pass rusher, but he like his girlfriend is Japanese, and he's learning the Japanese language. There's so many. The thing about it is there's so many levels of African Americans that have different levels of talent. That you can't not just deny anybody. There will be an African American woman in the White House. Hopefully, I'll be around to see it. If I'm not, hope my son is. And the thing about it is like, but when is your your fundraiser again? Is February 24th?
February 24th. We'll be at the Academy.
What time?
We gonna come right after this show, Larry.
It's gonna be like happy hour time.
Well, we might have to cancel this show.
What, 24th? That's a Tuesday?
Yeah, we cancel this.
Why don't we just do it there?
Hey, broadcast.
I will broadcast. I will ask Chris, but hey, Chris, Chris, let Nerve DJs come in there. Let my show broadcast the fundraiser for Meredith Turner, because the simple fact of the matter is we gonna bring you back. I want you to do your commercial here. I want you to do everything here. You gonna get a jump on everything else like that. And shout out to everybody. And plus, okay, we got Cleveland Municipal Court judges running as well. It's not over with.
No, Cleveland is.
I think
done with Cleveland.
maybe it's Cuyahoga County.
Yeah, it's the county.
The
District Court of Appeals. So like Anita Laster Mays, Michael Ryan,
Fallon Radigan.
Grove. There's a bunch of.
Cuyahoga County Court.
So February 4th is the petition deadline. Mm-hmm. So we will know.
You got yours already?
The complete ballot as of that day. As of right now, I don't have an opponent. I'm praying that it'll stay that way. I
don't run. She got it. I'm just letting you.
Listen,
I'm scaring everyone.
Fight.
You came to fight. I'm gonna listen.
I'm trying to keep my job. Listen, if they want it, and
they're gonna have to take it in blood.
I tell you, that's another thing that I learned. This is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is not easy. I know everybody think that they can just do it, be a public official, elected official, but it's a big responsibility. And I, as finance and budgeting chair, just passed $1.9 billion budget.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was hard.
Exactly.
Trying to find money for this, and everybody was upset, right? Because as I stated at the beginning of the program, it's never enough.
It's never enough.
And so when you come and criticize, right, you don't understand until you get on this side of things how rigid systems are and just how much lack there really is. In county government, we got people with mental health illness and challenges. We got our seniors.
Right.
We got our homeless, our veterans. We got our children in custody, right? We got all our social services, all our health and human services things, right? Then we have the big task of business, trying to attract businesses, working with all 59 municipalities, right? As they also work to attract businesses, because when we get businesses in, what happens? That brings in jobs, right? That creates generational
taxes,
income, right? So it is a lot. We got this big old lake here. We got the most fresh water in the world out here on this lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to start charging people.
Exactly. So,
but it's a lot that goes into this.
What?
Go ahead, brother.
What time is the fundraiser?
Oh, I don't know yet. Essence. Hey, you.
All right, so we gonna be there.
I'll be there about 5:30.
Okay, and then where do people send them checks to?
They can, they can just search my Act Blue account, Meredith Turner. There, I'm on Act Blue. If they want to go online and make a donation, they can mail to Friends of Meredith Turner at 4126 East 176th Street, Cleveland 44128. Right. Or call me up, meet me. I pick up checks. Listen.
See, what?
I've been trying to expand my donor base. I just want to thank all of the strangers on social media.
Right.
Like when I post something, I've had people send me, remember the $5 holler? That's what Barack was doing.
That's called pretty privilege. Oh.
He said pretty privilege. I was gonna say the same. That's beautiful privilege. That's right there. It's like I was gonna say the same thing, but
I really like that thing that you posted. Like they want to see my mind. Come on, my Tristan. Come on now. No. But because I keep my profile public, whether I'm posting about jobs or opportunities or the election or this or that. I think sometimes people, they just come across something, they be like, wow, I really appreciate you. And I saw that you're having a fundraiser and, here's $20, here's $25, here's $100. I have really, gotten a variation of donations, but I need them all, right? Because what I did was the money that I had left over after the election, I gave it right back to the community.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I bought a table at the Freedom Fund dinner. Right,
NAACP, and those aren't cheap though.
Right, they already got the 10,000, right? But I'm
you had to get a table still.
Buying tables to this and that. So I've given it right back.
Don't,
So,
don't.
you know,
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you buy tables? Don't they give you stuff for free?
listen, I am not going to federal prison or state. And I've been to the county, but as councilwoman, I don't end up in nobody's jail. And you know what? The one thing that I'm proud of, on one of my visits to the county jail, I asked to eat lunch there. Right, I asked to eat.
God bless her. God bless her.
Right, because I never been in jail before.
Never
Right.
again.
And so I was just curious, like, and I wanted to know, like, so I don't even know what it was. They gave me some meat patty thing. I don't know what it was. It didn't even look like meat.
Or
And you ate it. You ate it.
It was some green beans, like, you know, your mom, she put the ham hock or the turkey neck or something in there, right, to give it that flavor, right? And they had like these little packet things like for the Kool-Aid, and it was fluorescent. Like, I'm like, is this radioactive? Like, what is
You
it?
about to say, is this?
I mean, the meal was so bad.
Oh,
It was
my God.
terrible. So I'm at a council meeting, and something had come up, and so I said in public comment, you know, I talked about my visit and just how dissatisfied I was that this is the type of food that we're feeding people. You know, county jail is supposed to be a temporary place, right? These ain't your hardened criminals. Like they might have they might have mental health issues, right? Maybe these are not hardcore. These are not your rapists, your murderers.
Right.
You know, they're getting sent out somewhere else. So, you know, maybe you a bad driver and you got a bunch of tickets and you get picked up on a warrant. And you got to be in there, right? And we've had a history of people dying in our jail, right?
Yeah.
So the least they could do is have some good food in there. So we went back and forth. I went to Indianapolis with the county executive and the sheriff at the time, Pernell Jones. We went to visit the jail in Indianapolis. Where else did we go? We went to Nashville. We went to Franklin County. Franklin County's jail is amazing. I mean, I would go. No, I wouldn't go there.
Wait.
But even in the way that they treated their employees, like they built this whole workout room. They have a beautiful like cafeteria where they have hired a chef. Like, cause once you come in for work, you cannot leave. So either you're bringing your lunch, right, from home, which you can do that, or you can eat in the cafeteria with the chef. So just thinking from a employee perspective, what do people need to be able to do their job well? You know, it's like, well, y'all got windows, so y'all can see outside. But inside the county jail, like they don't have any windows. It's dark, depressing, you know. So that's
Franklin had windows?
Yeah, they
Wow.
had some windows, right? I mean, it's very like
you know,
it's high, like 'cause, I tell you, the smartest people be in jail. Like, I be like, dog, why can't y'all just get y'all life together? Because, like, y'all really need to be out here running corporations.
They too smart. That's why they in there.
I tell you. But that's, one of the reasons that I supported, having a new jail, because I go to our jail often, and I wouldn't want to work there.
Right. Work there, be in there.
I wouldn't want to be incarcerated in there, and I definitely wouldn't want to work in there. So, any long story short about the food, we ended up changing the food vendor.
Mm-hmm.
And after I gave that, commentary at the meeting, Cleveland.com wrote an article about it, and it was entitled "The Unhappy Meal." It was cute. I got it.
It is an unhappy meal. Green, but I listen.
Put it in my office, but we changed the vendor, and on New Year's of 2025, I went to the jail on New Year 2025. And I wanted to see what the new vendor was cooking.
Mm.
For the first time, some real chicken breasts. It was like racks, and the seasoning was making me sneeze. I was like, oh yeah, oh my goodness. And so Chief Nestor Rivera, shout out to Chief Rivera, he said their behavior issues have gone down in the jail, right? Because the food is better.
We at war with the food in real life.
Trays are coming back now empty. Like at one point, I think these carrots kept coming back. I was like, cause y'all ain't put the sugar glaze on them like Meemaw, like Big Mama.
I know whoever that new vendor is, they really love y'all.
Right, exactly.
Right. So I'm proud of like little moments like that, where we were able to improve the food quality for people. who was just there to serve their time and you know, get
Like,
out.
you know what? Like when it was the old Calhoun County, a lot of people say, you know what? I'd rather go to prison than stay in the county because I eat better. Like, damn.
When it's all said and done, Councilwoman, are you gonna write a book?
You know, I have a testimony.
Okay.
We'll see. Yeah, somebody out there want to help me with it.
Bestseller.
Yeah, just a shaker girl. Just you know, projects from the projects to 105 to the Heights, you know, to the Senate. to the
Can't tell her
county.
nothing.
I can't tell her nothing.
Like,
So I mean, if Chantel don't run again, her sister successor.
My sister's
Yeah.
She in there. She
They got-
taking names. She is delivering.
I
love
need
Mr.
for-
Chantel.
I
No,
need
what
for-
we- what we need to be on the lookout for is if Sherrod Brown. Well, I believe that he could beat John Husted, right? But the state has changed. We got 9 black women right now running.
Yeah.
For U.S. Senate
Yeah.
seats. See, you know, they redistricted Jasmine Crockett out.
Right.
So she's like, bam, I'm running for Senate.
Girl, she needs to run.
Right.
We need.
So we need to look at that race that Sherrod Brown is going to be in as a barometer of what direction we need to go into.
Exactly.
I believe he'll be successful, but if he's not, we need to really, even the national DNC, National Party, need to start looking at other candidates, you know.
Exactly. So the thing about it is, like, if we can, a lot of people said if the Democrats can take control in the midterms, it'll be the quickest way to
We just didn't-
impeach the orange one.
Didn't somebody just die? Didn't a Republican member of Congress just pass away in a car accident?
No, I didn't. I whatever. Listen, I didn't do it. If y'all want to imply it.
No, but when stuff like that happens, it
Doug
creates,
Lamothe.
Yeah, I think so.
The mafia is dead.
Republican congressman died. Northern California Republican Congressman Doug LaMalfa dies at 65. Yes. Then it's, yes. Yeah. So,
9 hours ago.
I mean, yeah, you know, there's a possibility that this could affect, you know, the balance of Congress.
All right. So there's been a lot of, like, in 2028, you know that, before we get out of here, your opinion, should Dan Newsom of California run for president of the United States? Governor Dan Newsom.
The Democratic Party has to take an inward look, right? Did Vice President Harris really get a good, you know, shot? Like, did she get a fair shot? You know, the first time?
No, I don't
Right?
think so. Because
who just leapfrogs over the Vice President of the United States?
Right.
Yeah,
Good-
that's my final answer.
Okay. So, like 107 days wasn't enough when you had the convicted felon, you know, campaigning for
Don't
like
get it
6
twisted,
months.
It was close.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was close. They trying to make it seem like he blew her out. No,
No, it wasn't.
close.
It wasn't that.
So
like,
she had an opportunity. I mean, I don't know where the country will be in 4 years, right? Because we have to take all of those things into consideration. But midterms is here, and we're going to start seeing all the jockeying. We're going to see the jockeying amongst the Republicans too,
Right,
right?
exactly.
Because Trump is done.
So here's the thing. Hopefully by 2028 that our country is not invaded by either the aliens. No, they ain't coming here. The aliens not coming here.
They're
They are not.
already here, Larry. No.
That's how it be. They look like regular people, but they be aliens. They be wild.
They ops, but you know,
Right.
God, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, if you're a sports fan, Cavaliers 99, Pacers 102 in Indiana. It's like 6 minutes left in the fourth
We
quarter.
losing?
Yeah, I just don't understand. We'll talk about Cavaliers some other time, but
Yeah, and Browns too. We'll
Right.
talk about
Yeah,
the
like-
move out to Brook Park and all of that stuff.
yeah, we will talk about the Brook Park. It depends on who the new coach is. Now that Harbaugh is now done in Baltimore.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, it's it. Like I said, while I was
So
at
Pittsburgh won.
yeah Pittsburgh. Okay, to all you Steelers fans, y'all won by the skin of your teeth. If Justin Tucker wasn't filling up people in massage parlors and he wasn't cut by Baltimore, y'all would have lost that game on Sunday in Pittsburgh.
Mind my business.
Yeah, like the thing about it is like that Tyler Loop, Unfortunately, that rookie kicker for Baltimore is getting death threats right now for missing that kick that would have won in the game, won in Baltimore division, would have sent Pittsburgh right home with Aaron Rodgers. But y'all
DK Metcalf is back now, right?
He's back for the playoff game against the Houston Texans, but the Houston Texans got a better record.
Okay. Well, I want to see Cardi B in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you saw
right
me
here.
funny.
Hey, Cardi, come to Cleveland. We love you, girl. I want to see Cardi the way we were seeing Taylor.
You know, the thing about it is like
That's crazy. Nobody said that. I don't think about it like that. She be at every game.
Yes.
For the Super Bowl.
That's what's up.
That means that the New England Patriots are back, and Mike Vrabel was that means Mike Vrabel, the coach of the Patriots, was a consultant for the Cleveland Browns last year. We should have kept. Never mind. I'm having PTSD about the season.
You got any predictions on the coach?
Too early.
We got to see who.
Too early. Like there's a whole bunch of candidates rolling around there.
You're gonna have to have me come back and we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna have to talk about it. There's the former Dallas coach McCarthy. There's Harbaugh. There's other offensive coordinators, and of course
our defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Jim Schwartz. So there's a lot of there's a
long shot Dion.
People say, don't talk about Prime. They're like, don't talk about Prime. Why not? His son's the freaking starting quarterback. And the thing about it is a lot of people are saying what's going to happen to, and we still have one more year of Watson left, and how that quarterback.
Watson may take us to the Super Bowl.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
But here's the thing.
Who gonna take us to Super Bowl?
Deshaun
Watson.
He might go with us.
He got 1 year.
Okay. Positive vibes, Councilwoman. What's going on here?
Listen, my money's on Shador. I'm going back to draft night. I was so upset. Oh my goodness. I was like, man, why we getting Travis and Shador? What's going on here? I just didn't understand.
That really hurts because the Jags was what, 12-4?
13-4. They were they're listen, the Jets and never mind.
We need a coach that understands who their personnel is now.
So
these are 20-year-olds.
Right.
Like this is not the NFL.
This is not 1980.
And you need a coach that understands the
Ain't
culture.
Nobody smoking cigarettes.
And that can get the best.
Right.
I mean, them rookies was playing their butt off this year.
Right, best rookie class in a while.
Right, best rookie class.
So that's who I'm rolling with.
I think that's why. What's the dude? Gary. What's his name? The black dude kept his job.
Andrew Berry.
Yeah, that's why he kept his
he
job.
He picked Shador. That's why he's there.
And all those other draft picks he picked.
Yeah, like
he did a good job.
He did a good job.
Shout out to Andrew Berry.
Shout out to Andrew Berry. You don't want to see your brother lose a thing. But
shout out to David Jenkins, GM. Look forward to catching up with you soon.
All right, that's what's up. Meredith, we're going to have you back. And the reason why I'm going to have you back is we're going to play your commercial for you when you do it with us. No, like, when am I doing the commercial? Soon. Listen. I'm throwing my hand in. I'm thinking you're a wonderful person.
Thank you. Love
and we love you back. I love you more. And the thing about it is, like, there's no way to kick off 2026 with the Queen of County Council Meredith Turner. Listen. No shade to Yvonne Conwell, who probably be on here soon.
No, that is my vice president. That's my shout out to my council president Dale Miller, my vice president Yvonne Conwell, to all my colleagues. Yeah, no, I'm not the queen of the council. I'm just the queen of Cuyahoga.
Aha! There's a big there's a big difference. Somebody, MC Chill said that. Shout out to MC Chill, Kevin Hurd.
What's up, Newt?
What's up? So
she know all her Greek people.
She know all the Greeks.
She know all the Greeks.
Exactly. So we gotta go. We gotta
go. Waiting for me.
Right. We're gonna get some.
Larry went overtime. Like I told him, don't be keeping the guests this late.
So visit my social media. I don't really have nothing. My phone has been malfunctioning, so I've been kind of low. God been telling me to lay low for a minute. So, but I'm about to be back up in there because y'all know I'm a serial poster. But just look out where I'm gonna be. Would love to see you. If you want to volunteer with us, shoot me an email at friendsofmeredithturner@gmail.com. Looking for volunteers, building my team. I got my core group, Love My Girls, Raina, Essence, Marquise Marchette, Melanie, That we call ourselves the Collective. That's the name I gave.
I know that group chat lit.
It is.
Like, you know, have you ever just met strangers and they just showed up for you?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Right. Sometimes people you don't know you better than people that you know.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's my core team, and we're looking to add Monica, Lee. Thank you. But yeah, join us. It's your girl. I'm still me. Need your help.
Exactly. Hey. Volunteer. You might see me on the campaign trail with her. I don't know. I might be I'm gonna put on the shirt. I don't care.
Come on now. Would love to see you on February 7th. That's the endorsement meeting. Cuyahoga County. I'll get you the information.
Send it to you know what to do. Send it, text it, email.
Yeah, you can come observe, and I do want to encourage people to attend your city council meeting,
right.
Attend your county council meeting, go down to Columbus, visit with your legislators, right? Have them know you, right? Don't just show up when you need something,
right?
And when we do something that you approve of, let us know, right? Don't just reprimand us all the time, right?
Ask a question.
Please. Yeah, but get to know the process. Get
negative,
involved.
Negative Nancy.
Right, Karen?
Damn Karens. Now you're like some of y'all.
I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
So big things for y'all in 26.
For sure.
Thank you. And give a shout out to happy birthday to my dog Jonathan Burrell. Shout out to Valisa.
Track legend Jonathan Burrell?
Yes.
Okay.
My guy. I graduated.
Champion.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, he
That boy was fast.
He was fast. They called him Black Flash in high school. That's what we called him. In Marshall. Shout out to JB. Shout out to Lisa Dean, Erica Thornton. Shout out to Selena, Miss Cake, and shout out to my sister Sharisa Turbin for giving me that the Central Broadcasting publication closing. And shout out to everybody that's been listening to Headline Eye and your sorority, Delta Sigma Theta.
Yes.
It's like the Beehive. I ain't gotta get jumped around here.
Happy early Founders Day to my sorors of DST. January 19th. We're going to be out here in these streets somewhere.
Exactly.
Right, cutting up.
Exactly.
Knucking and bucking.
Don't knuck it, then they buck back. Might be on the ground somewhere. What happened to me? Somebody be screaming, go to sleep. No. Sorry. Listen, these women got hands. Trust me. I saw them carry out an Omega Man for disrespecting them.
We got degrees out here.
Right.
We got degrees.
We got degrees in hands. They can outsmart you and I'll beat you, so mess up.
Shout out to Teresita Jones Thomas, President, Greater Cleveland Alumni Chapter.
Very cute. Don't mess with these. Don't mess with them. FAFO is in effect. All right, nobody. We gotta go. All right, don't come for us unless they send for you. And if nobody tells you they love you today,
February 6th. We're
February
going to be
6th.
downtown at the Hilton. My chapter is hosting a statewide Founders Day. We're having a public party, having a day party at the Hilton. So
February 6th.
February 6th.
I'm invited.
That's a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
No creeps allowed. No creeps.
Shut up.
Oh, my bad.
You got to go to our website and buy your ticket. But yeah, we'll be at the Hilton Saturday, February 6th at the Hilton, 7 to whatever.
All right.
Come hang out with the Delta.
How much the ticket?
22.
All right,
like that.
I'll be there. We'll be there.
You got that a couple times.
Yeah.
On a Friday.
Bring my Tristan.
All right.
For sure. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right.
And you know what? I'm gonna have a fundraiser that weekend too.
She on the fly.
She on the full.
She not
that's-
playing.
She needed.
That's
She
private.
That's
private.
That's private.
I get all the details.
Thank you. All right. So the thing about it is like that commercial gonna be playing 24/7. As soon as we get our money, it's up. So if nobody says they love you today, I do. It's one of my mother's favorite songs. And the reason why I had to have this because a phenomenal woman needs a phenomenal ending song. And since Meredith Turner is a phenomenal woman, I had to play a phenomenal woman song. Shaka Khan, ain't nobody like a Meredith Turner. If we will see you next week. If nobody says they love you today, I do. We out. See you next week. Peace.
This is WNRV 108.1.